What is the sign of a civilized society? What distinguishes us from the animals and the creatures? Ahar, Nidra, Bhay, Maithun, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. This even the animals do. What is unique to humans? Anthropologist and Professor Margaret Mead was asked by her students that as she studied the fossil remains in different portions of the crust of the earth, how could she determine that the society which existed there tens of thousands of years ago was civilized or barbaric? Margaret Mead gave an astonishing answer. She said, if the femur, the hip bone, was broken and then repaired, it means the society there was civilized. Why, said the students? Because no animal in nature can survive a broken hip bone. It makes it impossible to visit water bodies to quench thirst, to search for food. One is paralyzed in a place and becomes fodder for other creatures. But the fact that the hip bone was broken and then repaired means that somebody stopped by to protect, to carry the person to safety, to tend to the person's needs and nurse him or her to good health. So this tendency to go beyond ourselves, to care for the others, is what is unique to us humans. Sometimes the most humane and civilized people will be found in the poorest rungs of society. And one such amazing Indian is S. Smurugan, who has saved over 10,000 street children. He himself was born in poverty to a little family living as plantation workers in Pirumidu in Kerala. Since his father was a drunkard and mother's earnings were meager, Murugan would never have enough to eat. To get a new beginning of life, the father took their family to Kochi, where they lived in the slums with another family. But poverty never left them. The boy of the other family taught Murugan how to beg. And he remembers days when he would be hungry. To satiate his hunger, he would take rejected soiled vegetables and eat them. And he would kill rats in shops to earn 10 paise per rat from the shop owner. While many of his friends in those circumstances became gangsters and thieves and murderers and went to jail, Murugan kept good thoughts within himself. And as I always say, that actions are the trees that arise from thoughts that are the seeds. Those good thoughts within him brought about the transformation. He got admitted into an orphanage where he learned to be a mason and a newspaper delivery boy, earning 75 to 100 rupees a day. And after a few years, he purchased an auto rickshaw and became an auto rickshaw driver. One day, he saw in the marketplace some thugs had deliberately crippled the boy and were using him for begging. Murugan put him in his auto and sped away. On his return, he was caught by the thugs who destroyed his auto rickshaw. But Murugan could not be stopped. First, he saved 20 children and along with his wife, he kept them in his home. But then slowly it became a movement. and he registered a non-profit called Thiruvaram. In the year 2012, he was given the National Award for Child Welfare by the then President of India, Pranab Mukherjee. In the year 2016, he received the Times Now Amazing Indian Award from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Murugan's response was inspiring. He said, "These awards and titles mean nothing. We are here for a little while. Whatever good we can do is what really counts." He gave all his award money into the non-profit, and till today he has helped save 10,000 children who in the streets were doomed, were destined for a life of crime and poverty. He has given them new beginning. So of course, if we can utilize our time for service, that is the best. But there are those who can't. They do the second best. They give their hard-earned wealth in the service of others. So seva is, the highest is in the mind, the second is with the body, and the third is with what we possess. One of the most charitable people in history has been Karna. Arjun once got irritated that Lord Krishna would always praise the charitable nature of Karna. He said, "Why, Maharaj, what is lacking in me?" Lord Krishna said, "We will have a competition, Arjun." He manifested a mountain of wealth before Arjun and said, "Give it away to people." Arjun called the villagers and was giving it to them as fast as he could. Sri Krishna said, "Arjun, you are terribly slow. Let's see how Karna does it." He manifested a mountain of wealth before Karna and said, "Let's see how much you can give away in the shortest possible time." Karna did not need to think. He called the villagers and said, "Look, here's the mountain, divide it amongst yourselves." Arjun looked. Lord Krishna said, "It is the mentality that has made the difference in the styles." So our scriptures, Hitopadesh states, "Ahara nidra bhayamaithunancha samanyame tat pashubhir naranam." Look, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These activities are common to the animals and the humans. What makes us civilized? Dharmo hitesha madhiko vishesho dharmena hina pashubhis samana. It is the pursuance of dharma, without which we will be animals. Of course, the highest dharma, savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhaktiradhokshaje, is to love God. But if we can't grasp such a high ideal and learn to do everything as a service to God, let us at least learn to serve our fellow human beings. Par upakar sam dharma nahi bhai. Let's take inspiration from Murugan and let's show that we are a civilized society that cares beyond ourselves for others as well.